Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be tackling this challenge that I gave myself. I'm going to be installing my first short shifter in the Mercury Cougar. Now, to be honest with you guys, I have no idea how this is going to go. There's not really any videos on how to install this. I'm going to have to figure this out, and I can't find any videos of anyone explaining how to remove the shift boot or the center console, so yeah, I'm kind of out of luck there. When I do eventually figure this out, I'm going to make a video and cover everything that you need to know so you know how to do this yourself, because I know this is going to be a pain in the ass for people who have no idea how to do it and look for videos on the internet on how to do it, but they don't find anything. So hopefully I can provide that to you guys, make it worth my time, and definitely make it worth your time to watch this video. So if you don't mind, I'm going to hop into this, try and figure some stuff out, and I'll turn the camera on in a minute. Cool. Alright, so I found this website that tells you how to remove this here, this boot and everything. Before we go ahead and do this, I'm going to measure the throw to see how much difference it actually made between the stock shift knob and the short shifter here. I'm going to be using this shift knob and not the factory one. This also changes the length for the throw as well, because if you see here, if I'm going into fifth, there's a little bit of room between me and my aux cord. However, if I have this one on and I go to do it, my finger usually comes in contact about like this. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off and do that. I'm not going to screw this on all the way. I just want it on enough to show you. Yeah, see, as I go to shift, my fingers come in contact with the aux cord with this shifter, and that's not good. And you can see there's a bit of a lip on the front, which shows you, it makes it closer to my head unit. So let's take this off here, put this one back on, tight. There you go. You can see there's plenty of distance between there. So let's go ahead and grab our ruler. We're going to start in first gear. I would like to measure from where I actually put it into gear, but I'm going to do it from where it rests because that's where it's going to be sitting. It would make more sense to try and do it from where I would put it into gear because that's where my hand's going to be when I shift, but it's going to be kind of hard to record that and also get the length on camera at the same time. It's loose down here, so this could be different. I'm going to have to measure from my center console to the shift knob for that measurement. Enough talking, let's go ahead and grab this. It looks to be about 3 inches. Say we put the 3 inch in the center. We've got a little bit, so we'll say, I got to remember, this is not touching here, it's touching the bottom, this plastic piece. So we'll say 3.5 inches to center is where this shifter is sitting, and we bring it back to second. Wow, that really doesn't look like second. That looks like fourth. That's fourth. What the hell? It's like right in the center. Anyway, so from center, we'll do it from the top. Looks to be about 10.5 inches maybe. Now third, again, about 3.5 inches. Fourth, about 10.5, and fifth, again, about 3.5. Those are our measurements for that, and once we get the short shifter in, we'll go ahead and do the measurements again and see how much more room, how much less play we have. Hopefully it's a lot shorter than what it is now. It seems the throw on the ones where you shift down into like second and fourth, it seems the throw on that is a lot longer than the throw on first, third, and fifth. Enough talking, I'm going to get into this and hopefully figure this out, and then I can explain it to you guys, and you guys can do it yourself. Oh, holy cow, that is worn out. Oh, that's much better. Yeah, okay. They didn't give me this piece, so I'm going to go ahead and try and take this out and reuse that. Oh, man, this thing is worn. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, it'll be fine. Hey, you can see this is painted on, not the actual aluminum like this is here. Down in there. This piece is nice. This piece is also nice, but I think it's just plastic. Oh. We're getting closer. I'd also recommend while installing this new shifter, I would get some type of automotive grease to put on this metal column here and inside the shift knob and everything, because your spring can rust. Anything inside there that is metal, it can rust. So just as a prevention, you can put a little bit of grease on that and it should protect it. Okay, so I found that website isn't particularly helpful. However, it feels just like the Z, as in it has this little ring, or I guess you could call weird square here in this case, but it has this little plastic piece that holds down the shift boot and all that. So wish me luck. Hopefully I don't break anything. Oh no, we're good. Yep, that's how you do it. There's a clip here and there's a clip here, I think. Yep, right there. And that's really all there is to that. Wow, that was easy. Whatever reason on the website it was saying take a screwdriver with a towel and pry on the edges to carefully remove and not to break clips. But if you look, there's a clip here on the side, a clip here. This piece slides in back here and there's a little fuzzy floater. Yep. There's also one on that side, it seems. This is pretty cool. It's just like the Z where it clips in like that. And there you go. There it is. Wow. That's much easier than I thought it was going to be. This thing is just sitting here. Now you just got your... Oh. This is where it's going to come in handy. You've got your freaking... whatchamacall that. Ah. Huh. Okay. So whatever play there is in this shift knob really isn't all that much. But these pieces, I'm going to have an issue with. I have Allen keys, but I don't think I have this. This is like a Torx, maybe? Oh, never mind. If it's a Torx, then I have one of those as a screwdriver bit. Okay. This is quite interesting in here. Awesome, awesome. So it looks like I may be unclipping this and some other stuff, but there's a lot of access here. I actually found one video on YouTube. It was of a dude replacing the shift knob in a Contour, which is a little bit different. The center console's a little different and the shift boot's a little different. So I did order a new shift boot for this, but it looks like that's going to be an issue because this is held in with staples. So, well then, this is going to be mildly interesting. Here it comes back at an angle. I didn't really realize that. I thought it just kind of sat like this as a straight piece. Interesting, interesting. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go. I'm going to quickly run to the bank to drop off some cash that I got for Christmas, and then I'm going to go to AutoZone or someplace like that to grab some grease. So I'll be back. By the way, the people that hate on zip ties, this comes factory with them. Right, so I'm back with some grease, so let's go ahead and get started. First I'm going to start with these 4 Torx bits. They are a 20. Reference that. Oh. Well then. What the fuck? Where did it go? Hello? Anybody in there? I'm so confused. Where the hell did that go? Oh, you son of a... You did not. You got it. Wow, I'm just dropping everything. What the hell? It was all the way back up in that corner up there. Oh, there's my little joint down there. When I go to look at that, that can tell me if it's worn out or not. It looks all right. I mean, there's not a lot of play in this. It's like that much, which is okay. But anyway, this is the head I was referencing. It says T20. Go ahead and pop these out of here. Oh yeah, no problem at all. Okay, now let's go ahead and try and remove this. Yeah, I'm just going to hang on to these. Be careful not to lose these. You could lose them down in there and you may never find them again. Let's set them right here. Pull this off. This little plate. Does this just pull out? Not sure. I'm going to have to reference a video or something here. Okay, for this next part, this right here, that little clip, on the left side of the shifter linkage, there'll be a clip that goes inside, right? Basically, you just want to grab anything that's really small that you can get into one of these grooves here, because part of it will be sticking out. The smallest Torx bit that I had, I got in here like so and just pulled on it until it popped out. Ooh, good thing I didn't lose that. Okay, where did that go? That's unclipped, which means I can now take out the bottom of this shift lever, which really isn't going to help me much because I need to figure out how to remove this piece here so I can actually pull the shift lever out. All I did was just use a flathead screwdriver and just kind of pulled back on that. Actually, I think I used the wrench for that, but that's not very hard to get off. You literally just pull on it and it'll pop off the bottom of this. You can push this to the left to make the little lever arm go to the right and then just pull that off that way. As you see, it's connected here to this lever, and if I try to pull up or anything, it's not moving, but I do have the one down here disconnected, so I'm one step closer. Hopefully I can go back through, edit this, and throw it together in an order that makes sense to you guys so you guys can have this as a reference point. I'm gonna make this 2 separate videos. They're gonna be a lot of the same footage, but I'm gonna cut out a lot of me just talking, and then I'm gonna jump to parts where it's just me showing you how to remove this so it makes sense for you guys. I'm assuming there should be a way to get this off, and then that's just a long pin through here. Let's find out. Okay, that's freaking awesome. So I just grabbed a little wrench here, just big enough. I think I used the 5/8 side. This little shift linkage here, I went ahead and just stuffed it between there, used the shift tower as leverage and just pushed until that popped off. That should give me enough room here to go ahead and pull this out. This little lever right here moves back as I mess with the, if I go to the left, it moves back. If I go to the right, it moves forward. I shouldn't really be held in place now, as long as that doesn't go all the way back and hit the rest of the shift tower. I could possibly pull this out. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can do that. I'm getting closer. It almost comes out now. I just have to figure out how to disconnect this part right here. I assume it's the same thing. It looks like there's a little plastic piece in there that clips it in. I should possibly be able to disconnect it. Do the same thing with another wrench and hopefully move it away as I pull up or something, and it should come out. Okay, so I want to show you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I'm just using the shift tower again, putting one of the forks of the wrench in between the shift tower and this little lever here, and pushing against it while I pull up. It's starting to come out. I'm gonna have to put the camera down to finish this up, but that's how you're going to remove this part, and then it should come out. Oh, this is tough. I'll figure it out. It's the reason why I'm doing this, so you guys can see how to do it as well, and I can get a short shifter. So I figured out a solution. I decided I'm just gonna break all these pins off so I can pull that out. Some of you guys are like, wait a minute, you realize that's not gonna work anymore, right? This will no longer stay in place. That's what a zip tie is for. I'm gonna go ahead, put it back in so that it doesn't sink inside this hole here, and then zip tie around it, and that's gonna keep it from moving in and out. As you can't, I don't know where in the hell you would find a new one of these, unless if you go find one in a junkyard, but then you have the same issue, it's in the same spot, unless if you decide to cut up the shift tower and then you can use the pieces, but I don't know. But that's how I got that out of there. So now I can pull this in, make sure I don't screw up this spring. I believe this controls first, second, fifth, and reverse, while the middle one controls third and fourth. Also, the bottom of this, if you can see that little pin right there, that's in there to keep the end of this from going forward. Make sure you don't slip that off of there, and you should be all right. All right, so now I've pulled this out a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up and out. No problem at all. Now there's plenty of room for this little lever to slide by the shift tower, and this white plastic piece can come right out. I'm sorry that it's going to be hard for you guys to see. It is night now. Let's see here. Oh no, that comes right out. That's fine. Okay. I'm just going to leave that there for now, though. And pull that right up. Finally! Oh, fuck yeah! Jesus, after all that, that's all I needed to do. And again, don't forget the zip ties. You're gonna have to put that on the end, otherwise that'll keep coming out. Sweet. Now just take this off and install it onto the new one. Here, what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and try and remove this rubber piece here, and then this little plastic Delrin whatever piece is under there. Let me see if I can get you guys a view here. There we go. You can use a screwdriver or something. I'm gonna use a wrench because I don't want to accidentally poke it in some way and make it rip or tear. Go ahead and get this wrench under here. Be very gentle. It shouldn't rip on you because it is rubber, and as long as it was greased good. That's scaring me a little bit. I don't like using this wrench. Go ahead and get under here with the Phillips head. Oh wow. I expected that to rip, but this is very tough material, so don't be afraid of this ripping. It goes over no problem. All right. Bring this down. It's still got this half inside of it. And, oh yeah, okay, so you just bring it up, in, out, and there you go. There's the bottom piece. And I assume just a little bit of force. You go ahead and press down on it. Really greasy, hard to get your fingers on, but... God damn. There we go. It's coming. Make sure you have a rag when you're doing this. There it goes. There, that's all it takes, a little bit of pressure, and that's now removed. That's all you're going to need for the new shift knob. This rubber stuff here and this little O-ring is just for this shifter itself because of the way that the reverse lockout works on this one. The reverse lockout slides into these little slots here and allows you into reverse. That's pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and grease up our new shift knob and get everything reassembled. I need a rag. Oh, hopefully I got all that on camera. Oh, please tell me I got all that on camera. Shifter right there. This piece here with that rubber piece in there. All right, let's go ahead and grease this sucker up. I don't think that was supposed to do that. Woo! The smell of grease. If you know what I'm talking about, it's either a love it or hate it thing, and I like it some days and I hate it other days. All right, let's go ahead. This thing is freaking gunk nasty. Got me one little napkin, so hopefully that'll cover me. That's good enough for me. Go ahead and look at this one. Clean it off a little bit. Go ahead and grease up this in here. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I'm gonna do the outside of it too, just a little bit. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this in here as well. Grease up this little housing a little bit too. Don't be afraid to get grease all over the shifter. You're gonna wanna put grease on it anyway because it's metal, it can rust. So we're gonna take it up and over, pop this right on. I don't like that, it's gonna snap on my fingers. There we go. Oh man. Move it around a little bit, I mean. And get that grease all over that ball joint. There we go, nice and smooth. Hands covered in grease again. Get this on at the bottom. You're gonna want this plastic piece here at the bottom so it clips in and holds it. Go ahead, grab the screwdriver again. Lift up this edge right over. Mash it in there. Get it set. Make sure you bring the this rubber. This is the hard part. You gotta bring the rubber up and over, and if you're coated in grease, it's going to be a little hard because it's going to be slipping from your fingers. You could grab the screwdriver again and go ahead and lift this up once more. There we go. Up and over. There you go. Little trick, I just pushed my thumb against it to keep pressure, keep it from folding back in on itself. Oh man, I really hope I got all that on camera. Every time I go to do an important step, it always seems to be like, oh, yeah, let's move the camera out of focus. Now we can start reinstalling everything the same way we pulled it out. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of grease to take this piece, which goes on the end of that, grease it up, and then stick it in through the side because there's a hole for it. Sit it in the middle of it. That's where the ball joint connects. Set this down in here. Yep, forward. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and take this piece, feed it in through the side, and hopefully snap that in there. Otherwise, you haven't completely got it in. Use this screwdriver. It's not as hard as I thought, not as hard as you're gonna think. Literally just push this out further, clip it on, and then rotate it a little bit, and then just smash that back on there and it'll go. Now we're gonna go down here to the bottom, push the shift lever to the right, which will push the bottom half of it to the left. Keep pressure on the back of it, and it'll pop in there. I need to be wearing my head mount. I'm gonna go get that. Alright, I put you guys on the head mount, so you should be able to see what I'm doing while I'm doing it now. Stick my hand through here, set to the right. Alright, I'm gonna grab a wrench. It can come in from the back here. Just use it as support for the back of that shifter linkage. Oh, I forgot to grease up that part. That might help a little bit. That right there is gonna go on next to keep it in. Pull out some grease. Grease that up. Really, I should have greased the whole thing before I put it in here, but oh well. There, it's greased up a little bit at least. And then I can put more grease into the clip, shifter linkage, and I'm waiting for Pop Goes the Weasel. Is it in there? It's sort of in there. I think it's in there for the most part. It should be. Nope, it's not quite in there yet. What's going on here? Oh my lord! They weren't kidding when they said this was a short shifter. What in the world? Oh god, it was already in gear. This is neutral now. That was in gear. That's why I couldn't get it to go into gear. Yes, this is so much better. Oh my god. Okay, so yes, that's in there. How do I get the clip into that though? There's no way. Take some grease. Just grease it up. Who cares? It's not gonna hurt nothing. Now this part's gonna be a real pain in the dick. Son of a bitch, I dropped it. Yay! Working on car. God, I hate doing this shit. Oh, there we go. Alright. Come out of there, you bastard. Wait, if everything's connected... What is it scraping on there?